The following upload is intended for reaction purposes only. All rights are reserved for the initial copyright owner. The full reaction to this video is available on my Patreon in the description below. Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are watching House of the Dragon. This is episode 7 of season 1. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the series so far. If you're interested in watching the full episode for today's video, it is available for free in the description. Just click on that Patreon link and put that password in and enjoy. So last episode was very interesting because we found out that we jumped 10 years into the future, which means that we have lost the two Alicent and obviously RHAENYRA characters from the past, the younger ones, and now we've got two brand new ones coming in, which I'm interested to see obviously what they have to offer us. I think the new RHAENYRA is kind of giving me like Cersei vibes, like personality wise. In my personal opinion, I enjoyed it. I think she's really good, and you know, I'm not saying that the first two didn't do well, but I'm interested to see obviously where these two take us. And they've already offered us new people, you know. RHAENYRA's had 3 kids, Alicent's had 2 since obviously episode 5 moving into episode 6. That means obviously they've got 3 each. RHAENYRA, she's got kids with black hair, you know, she's married to a Valerian, and obviously it's spreading rumours around the castle and stuff like that, that obviously they're not the Valerian's kids, you know what I mean? Like, he's got long blonde hair, all of the family have, she's got blonde hair as well, and these kids have got dark hair. And the head of the Night Watch, her guard, he's also got dark hair, and rumours are spreading fast that they're actually his kids. Now, he was getting poked by Kriston, and he actually lashed out when he said something about being a father, which kind of confirmed that it might be his kids, and he ended up being sent away from obviously King's Landing, so he's no longer there anymore. Now, she's decided as well, RHAENYRA, that she doesn't want to be in that in King's Landing, because everybody's spreading rumours, everybody's talking about her, she's not really respected there, Alicent's on her back all the time, she's decided to pick her family up and move and go away. So very interesting, can't wait to find out obviously what happens with that storyline. DAEMON as well, you know, he seems like he was in a successful marriage, he's got kids of his own, his wife was pregnant, she went into labour, but sadly, just like episode 1, she was having struggles, he got given that choice just like his you know, the king did. Pretty much had to choose his wife or the baby, but he didn't really make that choice at all. She decided, the wife herself, that she wanted to end her own life. You know, she must have been so caught up in all the emotions that she went over to her dragon and shouted Dracarys and got burnt me and left him as a single dad. So very, very interesting. I thought it was pretty crazy last episode. Hopefully today's is even better. Thanks for checking it out. If you do enjoy it, please smash a like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, let's jump into episode 7 of season 1 of House of the Dragon. Imagine how many bodies are like that in the sea back in day.
Have you seen your father? Your little cousins have lost their mother.
I have an equal claim to sympathy.
Jace.
You should be at Harrenhal more than Lord Lionel Sahara.
The Valarians are our kin, and the Strongs are not.
I need to learn this guy's name.
Strong sun's been staring at you since the moment we arrived, Your Grace.
It is only a look of pride, Sir Kriston. Larys is the new Lord of Harrenhal.
Both my seat and high tide will be yours one day, Viserys.
Sorry, I don't want it.
It's your birthright, lad.
If I'm the Lord of Driftmark, it means everyone's dead.
Oh mate, that is deep in it. There's one dragon waiting to be claimed now, innit? Hers. That kid, the girl, can take it.
Your girls had the very image of their mother, a comfort and an anguish, as I well remember. The gods can be cruel.
Seems they've been especially cruel to you.
Sorry for your loss, my prince.
No matter how fat the leech grows, it always wants for another meal.
Crown was yours until those fools at the Great Council plucked it from your head.
I gave up the idea of wearing a crown a generation ago. It is you, Lord Husband, who refuses to abandon this pursuit, even now at the cost of our children.
What is this brief mortal life, if not the pursuit of legacy?
Legacy may be why you live your life, Corlys. I want Driftmark to pass through Laena's line to Baelor. Speak the plain truth as we both know it.
I was gonna say it, me, mate. I was going to say it. He must know that they're not his family. Blood.
Rhaenyra's children are not of your blood.
History does not remember blood. It remembers names.
I was gonna say it, me. Yeah, I was earlier on, that when he was talking to them, like, the elephant in the room is they obviously must know that they're not his family bloodline. You know, like when he was talking to him, like, you know, like, you're gonna be in line for the throne and stuff like that. I was gonna say he must know. And then I was gonna say, imagine in real life, say this happened now, right? Just imagine, for example, they tested Prince Charles's blood, King Charles's blood now, yeah, tested it, and he actually doesn't match the bloodline of the royal family 200 years ago. Would he still be allowed to be part of the throne? Like, or would they take it off him? Do you know what I mean? Like, basically what I was trying to say, he there, the Valerian, yeah, he wants them to be on the throne, but they're not even his kids, they're not even his bloodline. So then later on down the line, when it gets found out, what happens? Because his family are technically not on the throne. They're not got no rights, they got no bloodline to it, nothing. So I think that was interesting. She was saying bypass them, pass it over to Daemon's kids. Do you know what I mean? They are true blood, and they are what can take our family forward. But he said, mate, people don't care about blood. I've got to agree. You know, people don't know about blood, you know about names. Do you know what I mean? Think of all the kings and queens back, yeah? I don't know what bloodline, what family members, what, you know, stem from them. I just know the names, the roles, the statuses. So that's all he's thinking about.
Harren's curse is said to be as strong now as it was after the conquest.
It's a ghost story. One Sir Otto and the Queen would gladly exploit.
I do not believe Alicent's capable of cold murder. You abandoned me.
I spared you. You were a child.
Yes, I was a child. And look at what my life became without you. Droll tragedy.
Go on, I wonder what you think of mine by comparison.
I'm all for this for me. I've been calling it ever since that he teased her. I'd love to know how the king reacts or if he sees it. Look at his battle scars. Look at his back and shoulder. I think she actually does like him, or I do think she does, but I don't know if she's just doing it to, like, strengthen the family. Oh, do you reckon this guy's watching? No. Oh, a guy going for a dragon, mate. He's determined. Do you reckon if he gets on his back, like he states his claim, so to speak? I'm the rider now. He's gonna move though now. Do you reckon the dragon knows that it's now like leaderless and it needs a new one? His ass has got me falling out. Oh, look at him.
Someone stole Vhagar.
Vhagar has a new rider now.
She was mine to claim.
Then you should have claimed her. Maybe your cousins can find you a pig to ride.
Oh, what a punch, mate. Oh. Oh. Done.
Was attacked by his own cousins, Your Grace.
You swore oaths to protect and defend my blood!
Kingsguard have never had to defend princes from princes, Your
That
Grace.
is no answer!
Will it not, miss?
I will have the truth of what happened.
Vile insults were levied against them. My sons are in line to inherit the Iron Throne, Your Grace. This is the highest of treasons.
Where did you hear this lie?
Don't say, ma'am.
Where is
Yeah.
he not? I wonder the boy's father. Perhaps he might have something to say in the matter.
It was Aegon.
Aegon! Tell me the truth of it!
Just look at them.
Yeah, I would love him to be his kid, but it's not though, is it?
Now make your apologies and show goodwill to one another.
Oh, he's not going to punish none of them,
Father,
mate.
Your grandsire, your king demands it!
Sorry.
I shall have one of her son's eyes in return. If the king will not seek justice, the queen will. Sir Kristen, bring me the eye of Lucerys Velaryon.
Anyone whose tongue dares to question the birth of Princess Rhaenyra's sons should have it removed. Your Grace, Alison, stay with the king!
Forever upholding the kingdom.
The blade. Has someone been stabbed?
Do not mourn me, mother. It was a fair exchange. I may have lost an eye, but I gained a dragon.
Alison, me. I actually don't like her. Or, like, she's forgot her position. She has got no blood right, nothing to be in that position where she is. She's overstepping. She actually is. It's like, it's just like Peaky Blinders, mate, when Tommy's wife. She starts to boss him around and tell him that she's doing this and I'm the king of the house when you're not, though, are you? It's Tommy's. Like, literally, he is the guy that rules the kingdom. You're there. You was a prostitute. He's brought you into his life. He gave you a job. You got a relationship. You moved up the ranks. Yeah, and now you're his wife and he cares for you. But you're not bossing him around. You're not telling him what to do. He's the king. Do you know what I mean? It's like this here. She is literally thinking that she can overrule the king. The king's like, the matter's done. No, it's not. Go and take his eye. Well, Sir Christo, mate, if you literally object, like, don't listen to the king, then I'd just have your head. I'd be like, mate, if you disobey an order, you're dead. And if you overrule me, Alison, you're dead as well. That's literally what I would be doing. I'd be like Henry VIII, me chopping heads off all over the place. So it's interesting anyway. Her colours are showing. Like, she's got a hardcore agenda. She's well salty. She's well jealous. She absolutely hates RHAENYRA. Like, she's blaming... Well, to be honest, yeah, RHAENYRA's kids went down there at the request of the Valerians. They woke him up, didn't they? Like, it was them that actually argued with her son. And obviously a fight happened from there. He did pull the blade out. It was RHAENYRA's kid that pulled the blade out. But he wasn't down there to cause any trouble initially. He was down there supporting them, and they started fighting, then they joined in, and then it was a scrap. And to be honest, I thought he was going to say me, like, who told these lies? And he looked at his mum, and I thought the king was going to turn around and do something, me, mate. I was like, that is treason. Do you know what I mean? He's like hypocritical. This is treason. And they, part of his family that's done it is like, let's just say the matter's done. Let's just go to bed. Come on, let's go. Do you know what I mean? Like, I wanted actually something to actually happen. And even not also, mate, he was saying put the blade down, but he's cut her, and it had some significance as well. That was Aegon's blade, wasn't it? That was the one they put over the fire. That's the one that he told the stone. That's the one that's just cut her then. So very interesting.
Say your piece.
Now, what piece is that?
I lost composure.
I've never seen that side of you, my daughter. I even doubted its existence.
It was an ugly thing, I regret it.
We play an ugly game.
RHAENYRA.
You see her for what she is, what the king's stubbornness has wrought. Now go to him, be penitent. Plead the injury to your son, and I promise you in time, you and I together will prevail.
Dirty that, isn't it, mate? Imagine that being your job. Choosing to do that as well. People choose to be that. Mad, aren't they?
I should have been there.
There should be our house words.
Dreadful enemies, but I could not defend my dear sister, far from home and in agony.
I had hoped to bear your children a few times we lay together.
Sir Carl will return soon to the fighting in the Stepstones, but I recommit myself to you and to strengthening our house as we prepare you for your ascension.
Viserys.
We'll speak no more of it.
Right, would you rather be in that carriage rocking around or just sat on a horse? I reckon it'd be less bouncing, just sat on the horse, me. Oh, Daemon's there. I thought it was a red dragon that went away.
Fire is such strange power. Everything that House Targaryen possesses is owed to it.
If it's an eye you want to balance the scales, I am your servant.
She's still gonna go through with it? Oh, right. Finally.
But your devotion is not gone unnoticed.
Casta timer pina uragon costandaur. Hus velzuris. Belmura o maestarome. Drives nia hupsosa hibilukstaur.
We could not marry unless Leonor were dead.
It's mad that, isn't it? Can he not get a divorce then? Oh, she can't kill him, man.
I know.
There are places across the narrow sea where it doesn't matter what a man's name is. Only how much gold he possesses.
What are you asking of me, my lord?
A quick death. One with witnesses.
Why are you in my father's hall?
My lord, please!
Was that not the person that he's been sleeping with?
And the realm will whisper that I was somehow responsible.
That's mad.
They will fear what else we might be capable of.
Ah, this is savage, mate. You're absolutely savage, Rhaenyra. We're getting married now? That fast? Oh, it's mad, this, mate. I said these are going to be together, didn't I actually do like it. These are my two favourite characters so far. Ah, I'm going to clap it. I like it. No, that's good, that. There's a potential. There is a potential that he's coming back. What I would like to know is, if somebody finds out that he's alive somewhere down the line in the future, does that make that marriage between Rhaenyra and obviously Daemon null and void? Because I'm suspecting that back in the times here that you couldn't, once you chose your spouse and you got married, that was it, mate, till death do us part. And you know, the only way that you can marry somebody else is if one of them dies. That is why obviously they've done this. Now, I thought Rhaenyra was a savage, but that's pretty good, mate. Obviously, all of them are in cahoots together. They're all working. Now, it's interesting that this guy would rather, I don't know, like, do you know what I mean? Like, hardcore would rather be with his boyfriend than be with, say, Rhaenyra, be with his, like, he's happy to let his mum and dad think that their last living child is dead. You know what I mean? That's crazy. Like, the relationship mustn't be great between them, because that's mad in my opinion. But I thought it was good. It's really good. I thought that Rhaenyra and Daemon was going to get together. Never expected it to be this fast, that quick. You know what I mean? Last episode, you could see them dance. Well, no, it was the episode before when he was dancing and that. And when Daemon's wife died, I was like, mate, I think that he's going to turn up to the same place that she left to. And then boom, next episode, married. So if we keep count, in 3 episodes, Daemon's had 3 different wives. That's mad, mate. That literally is mad. Episode 5, 6 and 7 all been a different wife. Now they have got witnesses, and they have got a witness to the death, because that guy seen them fighting and then he went out and he come back. I don't know whose body that got thrown into that fire, but this is a good episode. You know, it's showing different sides of different characters, what they're willing to do, how far they're willing to go, personality changes. Do you know what I mean? That little kid that lost his eye, can't remember his name, was it Igor or something? He was decent as well. He was willing to go and sacrifice his own life to try and get that dragon. Like he said to the girls, mate, if you wanted that, then you should have gone for it, you know? You should have gone up there and risked your life to take it and state your claim, and I'm the captain now, and this is my big boy. That's what he was basically saying. He was flying around, he was loving it. It's absolutely massive, that dragon. Do you know what? I'm happy for him. He was getting bullied, wasn't he, from his brothers and all that, because he didn't have a dragon. They got him a pig. He fell down in the dumps, and now look at him. Little Malfoy running around there, the biggest of the baddest. So I'm excited to see where it goes. I just thought this episode was really, really good. We've been on a consistent trajectory going up, and I just can't wait to see, obviously, where we take us for the rest of the season. Okay, so that's going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for checking out the channel today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. So, very interesting ending. We have got the wedding, and it is Daemon and Rhaenyra, man and wife, you know, moving forward. Now, I'm excited to see how the king reacts to it. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously, he wasn't happy when Daemon offered it when she was younger. And then, when, obviously, it was a celebration, a week long, about Rhaenyra, obviously marrying this Valerian guy. Chaos erupted, didn't there? He was there, he was dancing with her as well, he was on the dance floor. King was trying to watch them before obviously Sir Criston come in and absolutely beat that guy to death. Do you know what I mean? And again, he was kind of watching, and now obviously today's episode, they've slept with each other. Nobody's seen it. I thought somebody might have been stood on the, you know, on the side, maybe always actually watching, looking over, but no. It went smoothly, and then obviously later on in the episode, she's come up with this plan, mate, so that she can be, you know, she was saying the Valerians, they're the sea. We're the land, we're the fire, we've got fire in our veins, me and you, we should consummate, sorry, we should have a baby, and, you know, we should be on the throne, you're my sworn protector. That would be a strong, strong position. Now, I agree, I think it's sick, that is the way we should have gone, and that is the way we are going. The way the show's going, like, I'm not going to lie, the king's going to be 500 years old, he's going to be a skeleton walking around, you know, we're going to have kids who are 50 and the parents still the same age, you know what I mean? It's madness. It's going to be like another Vikings, where Ragnar looks exactly the same in episode 1, in season 1, to the same as episode 4 in season 4, and the kid's gone from being 2 years old to 30, and he looks older than his dad, you know what I mean? Like, it's mad. That's the way it's going anyway. I feel like we jump, and maybe we jump next episode again, so this Egon, you know, his eye, boom, it's cutting it, but he's got a dragon now. Maybe he's a warrior in the next episode, maybe in the one in as we go forward. Do you know what I mean? We seem to be jumping the storylines, but because we're doing it so fast, it interests me for the next season, if I'm being honest. I don't know if, like, all the characters this season, like, that we see, the Rhaenyra, the Daemon, you know, I don't know if they're one seasons and then they go and die and then we get the next batch of Targaryens. Do you know what I mean? It's House of the Dragon, isn't it? It's like a big family tree that's like drifting down. Like, it would be actually decent if they were to in. Are they doing a Jon Snow thing? Like, I'm not too sure. Like, I heard that it's like maybe a Jon Snow stuff going on. But Emilia Clarke's talking as well in real life, and she's saying that she doesn't actually know if Daenerys is actually dead. You know, like, she said that her dragon took her to a place, and in this place they do resurrections. And I think amazing. Like, I actually think it would be amazing that if they started off with the House of the Dragon. We started with these, and then we bashed down like 5 seasons and went through all of the family tree, and then back to the start of maybe, you know, Jon, maybe obviously Daenerys, or maybe after it, and then we continue that way and then keep going and going. That would be so sick, mate, that timeline. Maybe that's just my opinion, but I think it'd be good. But I'm excited to see obviously how the kids all play into it. You know, you got Prince Aegon, he was there as well. He's getting shouted at. How could he let this happen? You know, like, his mum was going mad at him because obviously his brother got his eye cut. Yeah, the guy was just chilling, mate. He wasn't even involved in it. The reason why all that happened is because them girls woke 2 of Rhaenyra's kids up and said, like, he's gone, he stole the dragon, and then they've gone to meet him as he's come in. She's angry that obviously he's taken that dragon from her. She said that was my mum's and this is my right. You could see that she was trying to get that egg to hatch, wasn't she, last episode? And he's saying, sack that, mate, you know. Every man's got to take it, every woman's got to take it. I've gone out there, I've risked my life, I've stuck my claim, I'm the captain now, that's my dragon. Unlucky. Then he had a big scrap and got a knife out. And like Otto was saying to Alicent, mate, he was right. Losing one eye, it's worth 1,000 times more than that. We have got the dragon. We've got the biggest and baddest on our side. It's massive. And now you can see, mate, he can't wait to... He's a manipulator, isn't he? Hardcore worming his way in. And now, like he was saying, he never thought that Alicent was going to be on his side, never seeing the same things that he was seeing and the direction that he's going, but now he can see it. And now, obviously, if they work together, they could take the king down, they could take Rhaenyra down, they can move their family up. Do you know what I mean? It's going to be exciting. That didn't, you know, like, miss on me. I noticed that in episode 1, me, and I'm expecting it to happen, well, I'm going to say soon, because rapidly going through the show in the timeline, do you know what I mean? Madness, mate. By the end of the season, everyone could be dead. Crazy. But that's everything currently. Hopefully, you guys have enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please smash the like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.